Hello everyone, this is Angela from RestorationDruid.com, and you're watching the 10-man version of the Lich King. However, all the principles in this video can still be applied to the 25-man version of this fight. We spent phase 1 of this fight forming a triangle. The first point of the triangle consists of the main tank, the Lich King, all the Lich King's adds, and the melee. The second point of the triangle consists of the off tank holding the Shambling Horror, and the third point of the triangle is the ranged and the healers. During this phase, all DPS should be on the Lich King and his adds. The Lich King will periodically cast Necrotic Plague on a random member in the raid. The Necrotic Plague will kill you after 5 seconds, so you have 5 seconds to run over on top of the Shambling Horror, being sure not to be in front of it. Then cleanse the disease so the disease will jump to the Shambling Horror. You should need no DPS on the Shambling Horrors ever to kill them because the diseases alone should do it. Once Arthas runs to the middle for the transition, everyone wants to get out on the ledge to get out of Remorseless Winter, which will kill you very quickly. While out here, 3 different people would be targeted and have raging spirits made of them. Once he targets you, you want to run over to the tank so that by the time your raging spirit spawns, a tank can pick it up. You'll also notice the ice spheres floating towards us. They have very little health, but you have to make sure to assign someone to kill them because if they do hit you, they'll knock you off the ledge and essentially wipe the raid. As soon as you transition into phase 2, you want to stack slightly off-center to prepare for the first set of Valkyrs. By stacking slightly off-center, you can force them to go in the direction that you choose. As soon as the first set of people are chosen by the Valkyrs, you want to spread out so you're ready for the first cast of Defile. Phase 2 consists only of stacking slightly off-center for Valkyrs and then spreading out for Defile. You will continue to do this throughout all of phase 2. In the 10-man version of this fight, there's 1 Valkyr at a time, and in the 25-man version of the fight, you will get 3 at a time. The Valkyrs can be snared or stunned, but not rooted, so you want people assigned to slowing them so you have time to DPS the person out before they're taken off the edge and dropped. Phase 2 is the hardest part of this fight, but once you learn to coordinate the stacking slightly off-center, the dropping the Defile as far from center as possible, and the stuns, you should be able to down the Lich King. It's just a matter of repeating this throughout all of the second phase. Throughout phases 1, 2, and 3 of this fight, the Lich King will cast a raid-wide debuff called Infest. The initial damage of Infest isn't that bad, however everybody whose health is under 90% will continue to take damage until their health is healed above 90%. A Disciplined Priest shielding the entire raid, or a resto druid hiding the entire raid can pretty much negate the effects of Infest entirely. However, if someone does drop below 90%, you need to make sure you heal them up quickly because the damage seems to come exponentially as their health gets lower. When the Lich King reaches 40%, you'll go into another transition phase. This transition phase is exactly like the first one, however instead of having 3 raging spirits, you'll have 4. This is when we chose to burn Bloodlust. In phase 3 of the fight, you want to stay spread out because it's going to continue to cast Defile, however there's no longer Valkyrs that need to be stacked for. The Lich King will be creating Vile Spirits which will explode for about 75% of your health. You can DPS them down before they explode, however you probably won't get them all killed, so be aware that you can run to the edge and sort of kite them around. If they do hit you, you want them to hit as few people as possible because they're going to take everyone down to fairly low health. He also casts a debuff called Harvest Soul, which needs to be healed through. If the person he casts it on doesn't die, they will be teleported to Frostmourne. While inside Frostmourne, DPS needs to kill the Spirit Warden, and healers need to heal the King to full. To heal him to full, you either need to interrupt the channeled spell being cast on him or dispel it from him. Since druids can't dispel it, our best option is to cycle in the Spirit Warden. Once you get the Lich King to 10%, he's going to one-shot everyone, and you're going to have a couple minutes of RP to listen to. However, at this point, you can start your celebration because you have beaten the Lich King. Once the RP is over, everyone will be res, and it's just a formality at this point. You no longer need to heal, everyone just needs to DPS the Lich King for the last 10%. Thank you for watching my Lich King instructional video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them on my website at www.restorationdruid.com. Good luck to you and your guild on the Lich King.